All right, all right, all right. What is up, everybody? It's been a few days since I streamed, you know. I now have a new schedule. Hopefully, this is it. This is the this is the permanent schedule, okay? It's a lot more sustainable and realistic to keep up with than every single day. But now we will be live streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. ICT, which is basically fucking right now, right? And yeah, so now if you guys have the new schedule, fucking lock it in, put your alerts, you know, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandma. Give me a mic check ASAP. Mic music good. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Rebelisto. Well, can someone buy me like a better fucking boom arm? This is Elgato, man. What the fuck? It's supposed to be like good shit. Fucking. Okay. Sorry, I'm fighting with my equipment over here. Anyways, it's been a rough fucking day in the markets. Well, like week, month, to be honest. Yeah. 25 days ago, everyone got wrecked because it's the 5th of November. So October 10th, everyone was fucking obliterated. But where are we now? That's what really matters, right? What is going on right now? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Am I gonna long yet again? Yes, I am. But before we get into that, I know, I'm a fucking masochist. You know, or is it? Sadist? Masochist? Masochist. Yeah, I'm a fucking masochist, man. I love the pain, I guess, right? Anyways, before we get into that, I do want to do a quick update on the creator token Wolf. So if you guys want to show your support, go over here, buy some fucking Wolf tokens. You can let me mute it. God damn, he's sexy. Holy shit. Anyways, if you guys want to support your boy, buy some Wolf tokens. We now have our PumpFun Hyperliquid front end completely live. We are fixing. There's some bugs. It's in open beta, we should say. I'm not marketing it yet, aside from like right here. Sir Nigel Farage, thank you. All good on YouTube. What's up, brother? How not be bullish in order is not fucking possible. We'll get into that in a second, right? Let me just fucking shield this dead ass coin so that we can actually get some liveliness in here, and hopefully, some of you guys can actually make money buying the bottom, because ain't nobody else selling, bro. That's it. That's the bottom. Fucking buy. 613K market cap. I fucking burned like the burn wallet says like 550K. Like, how much more? How much lower do you want it? You know what I mean? I'm like, I already control a bunch. Robert still controls a bunch. You know, like it's not gonna go any lower, guys. Fucking buy it. Anyways, if you guys want to buy this token, head over to PumpFun, search up Wolf or ImNotTheWolf. This is my creator token. You can also search it up on Discord. Also, if you want to support the treasury, you can use the referral link for where's it at? Where the fuck is my exchange at? There you go, right here. You can use the referral link from my exchange, which I'll type it out in the chats right now. That is https trade.what.exchange / equals ref. Wait, no, / ref equals, there you go, Wolf token. Oh, excuse me. Bada boom, bada bing. So if you guys use that, sign up and trade with that, then all of the commissions earned on that account will go towards the buyback of the token, and also like, doing other shit like creating LPs and blah, 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 right? So basically it goes back towards the community. So support your boy, sign up for this, trade on what exchange. Now we have, I don't know why it's not loading. I got to refresh it, I guess. By the way, let me know if my internet's lagging. I think it's actually my computer that's lagging, not the internet. I've been having problems ever since I turned this shit on. Yep, you see. Ay. Anyways, how you guys doing? He says if this all interested, what? If this all interested anyone, he has a 30% discount code live right now. Prepared, not scared. What the fuck is that? Oh, you're talking about your whatchamacallit, your technical indicators. Anyways, this is what exchange. It's fucking sexy. I know it's so sexy. You guys should totally trade on it because it's so fucking sexy, right? This is our orderly front end, and this is our brand new Hyperliquid front end. Oh, so sexy. Bringing the sexiness to Hyperliquid, because I'm sorry, but their UI is a little bit ugly. I'm sorry. Look at that. We got charts that can fucking move up and down. Wow. Holy shit. Hyperliquid can't do that, can they? No, fuck you. Anyways, if you guys want to try this out, we are, I guess, in like open beta, and that's hype.what.exchange. You can click the brokers up here, and it has. Oh, actually, this needs to be refreshed. This is the old one. It shouldn't have that. There you go. That's the new one. But yeah, it's live on mainnet, so you guys can actually trade on Hyperliquid. You start accruing points on Hyperliquid if you want to. But just keep in mind that we have a lot higher points if you trade on Orderly, specifically because we make way more profits on Orderly than we do for Hyperliquid. So if you're trading for point farming, highly recommend trading on Orderly versus Hyperliquid. But if you're just, you know, a Hyperliquid fucking fanatic, maybe you own a bunch of hype tokens, you want to farm the hype tokens simultaneously, then now you can trade on hype.what.exchange. There are no referrals, at least not from me, for that, because honestly, it's not even worth it. You get pennies on the dollar. It's a really bad affiliate system, unfortunately. So, you know, just got to deal with it. It's their infrastructure, so don't blame me. Anyways, let's do some quick TA. And then I'll check out the chat. But quick TA really quick on Ethereum, since I see it like right now, is what the fuck is all of this? Look how much buying pressure there is. We dumped from here to here, and there's just massive buying pressure on the CMF. That's the check in money flow. This fucking mic. God damn it, dude. Fucking bomba cloud ass mic. Anyways, so we have a ton of buying pressure happening right now. Honestly, I'm wondering if like the exchange cabal drove it down to liquidate people, and then like they just couldn't sustain the sell pressure, and now the entire industry and markets like on the verge of complete collapse just because we can't find any support anywhere. Like who wants to buy right now? Nobody. But there is massive, like really big bullish signals, right? Mostly on the smaller time frames. You can see over here on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, pretty much everything is just like ripping up on the CMF. Let's check out the OBV really quick. OBV is showing more of the actual thing that's coming up. Look, even right here, you see like this is already at these levels, but it's still way lower, right? So I mean, and even right here, if you want to zoom in. If you want to zoom in all the way, I mean, this is pretty heavy buy pressure. It looks like it's forming a little bit of a rising wedge, but I wouldn't even trade that. You know, I think that it's just gonna keep pushing up and up and up, as there's like steady sort of TWAP buying going in, happening. Excuse me. Jesus, come on. So this is for Ethereum. What about Bitcoin, you say? Oh, I don't know. Let's check it out. Bitcoin, the exact same thing. Bitcoin looks even more bullish because at least like the OBV is actually like up, right? But even more bullish buy pressure on the OBV, bullish buy pressure on the CMF, massive bullish buy pressure on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour on the OBV is not that strong, but I think what's happening right now is a lot of panic selling, and essentially whales and market makers and you know, the powers that be, the cabals that be, whatever you want to call them, a bunch of individuals, bulls, are just trying to absorb all of this panic and this sell pressure, finding support at these ranges. Now the question is, will it actually be strong enough to prop up the price and bring confidence back? That I do not know. But what I want to know is, what the fuck is Giggle, and why is it pumping 117% in 24 hours? What the hell is this shit? We got Pulse bouncing very hard. I know we got Zek is fucking pushing up to all-time highs. Like, I don't know why. I got stopped out on this shit, so like OBV is literally going down, but it's still pushing up. I don't know, this shit is crazy. Hype is recovering stronger than everything else. It's most likely because of all of their passive buy pressure. I want to take a look at BNB, see how the Binance cartel is doing. It looks like an inverse head and shoulders there, actually. So this would be something to really pay attention to right now. Inverse head and shoulders right here. So you get the left shoulder, you got the neckline right there, large head, right shoulder, and we have technically already broken above. So if this is a bottom reversal, then we should continue climbing upwards. It doesn't have to be like super aggressively strong, but we should at least continue to climb upwards a little bit. Maybe we'll chop a little bit and then push up, but maybe we'll do something like this and then go up higher. But this should be a bottom reversal. It would be scary if it's not. If it starts to go, if it breaks back under the trend line and like confirms under and starts to trail this way and goes back under that right shoulder, then I mean, it's bad news bears, right? Then this thing is most likely going to go all the way back down, and this was just a dead cat bounce, and yeah, and then you can seppuku, right? But for right now, don't fucking seppuku. I mean, I don't really know if there's hope yet, but you know, we can fucking try, right? So one final thing before I look at the chats, I want to bring up Order, which I am super bullish on. Orderly Network. Why am I so bullish on it? One, it's fucking cheap. It went all the way back down to 15 cents after pumping up to 50 cents, essentially. Weak ass hands, man. Weak ass hands. But we got listed on the Korean exchange, which was this massive pump right here. I personally believe that there was a lot of people anticipating this. There's probably a lot of people also anticipating like the Binance listing, you know, the OKX listing. I've labeled it before as one of the things to look forward to in the past. So I'm sure if I was looking forward to it, I'm sure other people were as well. But we found some support down here. It was bouncing. You can see a lot of decent, you know, buy pressure and accumulation at those ranges. So when it pumped up, this is essentially like a front run on the market, this level. Once it listed and pumped, I mean, everyone that bought in these ranges most likely we're trying to get out. I know I purchased or longed somewhere in like down here. I can't remember exactly where. And when it pumped, I sold right here. So, yeah, I mean, trader's gonna trade. That was leverage. All on my spot. I'm still holding it, unfortunately. But it would have been nice if I would have sold my spot over here and bought back down here. It would have been really nice, actually. But yeah, it's just steady sell pressure. Now we have some support finally at these ranges, and just last night, if I'm not mistaken, Orderly turned on their buybacks. So I'm gonna do an analysis of that really quick and tell you why this shit is so bullish, and you should buy it, and everyone should buy it on spot. Okay, that's CoinGecko's thing. Let me get the actual announcement right here. So order buybacks are live every 2 weeks. 60% of the orderly's fees will be used to buy back order on the open market. Half of what's bought goes to stakers. The rest goes to the community wallet governed by you through governance. Excuse me. The heart of the exchange layer just started beating stronger. Video intern explains it here. Should I pause the music for a quick bit? Let me. Where's this shit at? There we go. Let's listen. Let's listen to this
Every trade across
guy.
the order ecosystem now directly benefits the community. The order buybacks are live. Every 2 weeks, 60% of all protocol fees across every orderly powered DEX are now used to buy order tokens directly off the open markets. Here's how it works. Half of those tokens goes to the stakers, paid out in ES order that vests over 3 months, real rewards tied up into real growth. The other half goes into a community wallet fully governed by the orderly community. You vote whether those tokens get burned, used for liquidity, or reinvested back into the ecosystem. This replaces the old USDC-based reward system, no more idle capital. Now every trade, every swap, and every bit of activity fuels the order demand and strengthens the ecosystem. Even Valor holders are now seamlessly transitioned. Your proportional share stays the same as a new ES order model kicks in. So let's break it down one more time. 60% of all protocol fees goes to order buybacks, then 50% of that goes to stakers, and the other 50% goes to the community wallets. This is how you build sustainable tokenomics. Stake, earn, govern. The new era of order starts here.
Holy shit, the new era of order. Did you hear that, guys? Wow. Oh shit. Hold on a second. My bad. There we go. Let's lower that volume again. All right, so this is actually a major upgrade for the orderly network, because how it was set up before is that the revenue generated by orderly would go into the staking pool, and that was just paid out in USDC. So I think there was like $1 million in there or some shit. We could probably actually check it right now. Let me see. Orderly network. Yeah. Let's see how much was actually stuck there. And it's probably more than it is now, to be honest. Launch app. I need to connect. Motherfucker, man. DeFi just can't work, huh? MetaMask can't work. I should have like restarted the computer before I started streaming. Fucking open, man. Bear with me, guys. Anyways, Castillo Trading, what's up, brother? I see you in the chats. My bad. I'm dealing with this shit. Ebola. Look who's here. Long time no see. What's up, brother? With your fucking French ass. With your fucking baguette faggots. Okay, I don't know why the fuck my shit's not working. Come on, man. Do I have to like... Okay, let me try on MetaMask or on Mozilla. Orderly.network. And this microphone. Launch app. Hey, look at that. It fucking works. Fucking bomba clad ass motherfucker. What do I have? Hey, give me my money. Oh, wait a second. Before I do that, let's see how much is actually left in here. So, look. I'm sure a bunch of people have already taken money out, right? Because even right now I have to claim, right? It's already been it's been like 24 hours since this. So I'm sure a lot of people have taken money out. And there's still at least $1 million in the fucking treasury from the USDC that people were earning, and they basically just staked and forgot about it, right? So this money could and should be used to buy orders so that number go up, right? And hopefully brings, you know, more people that FOMO, more people that trade, etc., etc. So give me that shit. So yeah, so this update essentially now gets rid of that money just like sitting there doing absolutely nothing, and injects it back into the ecosystem, which I think is a, you know, is a beautiful thing. It's a big upgrade, much needed. Should have came a lot earlier, to be honest, but hey, at least we got it. What actions do you need to take as a staker? Nothing. A new Valor 2.0 has been introduced. Both the old and new Valor systems will run in parallel. Redeeming your old Valor 1.0 for USDC will not affect your holdings in Valor 2.0. Valor 2.0 continues to generate ES order rewards independently of any USDC claims. To safeguard existing holders, your Valor 1.1 allocation is mirrored 1-1 in the new system. If you held 1% before, you start with 1% in Valor 2.0. Damn, I should have fucking held on my shit, bro. Instead of cashing it in, but whatever, fuck it, who cares? At this point, who cares? And then here's like more details and stuff like that, right? So what does this actually equate to? Let's turn back to the CoinGecko post, because here it says Order has generated 3.6 million in protocol revenue so far this year. In today's report, we break down how Orderly Networks, no code launchpad, and unified liquidity, blah 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 blah. So, I mean, let's just pull out our handy dandy calculator. And 3, 6. Actually, I don't even think that there's a good number to really calculate, because for the year, it's not a. You know, in the beginning of the year, Orderly wasn't doing shit. Let's actually look at the Dune Analytics and see the most recent data, and just do the math from the last 30 days, because that's essentially how it's, you know, it's a lot better, basically. So the net fees in the last 24 hours is $33,000. Where's the fucking revenue? There you go. So there's the revenue over the last 30 days. 28-day average volume. Oh, there's the volume, excuse me. Where's the revenue? Over 30 days. This is the daily volume over 30 days, right? So daily volume over 30 days is $26,828, and it's going up. You see that fucking? Oh, wait a second, you can't see it. Oh wait, yeah, you can right here. Wait, right there. Wait, right there. Right there. There you go. Look at that. Uptrend. Shoom. How the fuck? Oh, fuck it. Camera's retarded. It's not me, it's the camera, I swear. Anyway, shit's trending upwards. We got 26,828. 26,828 times 30. That's about like $804,000 a month. Don't compare to Hyperliquid. Fuck you. Just don't do it, right? But if you do that times 60%, 804,868. What's wrong with my 6? 804,868. There we go. Times 60%. And you got $482 and $920. 30. Well, all of that is going towards buybacks, right? So in 1 month, you have roughly almost 500K going into buybacks. Now, the token itself is... Where's my coin market cap? I feel like I need an assistant, even just to manage my own fucking stream. Let's go to order, excuse me. Now the market cap is 56.31 million. Sure, we're going to divide that by 56.31 times that by 100, and that is roughly a deduction of 0.85% every month, which is big, especially for an illiquid token like Orderly. If you guys have actually traded Orderly, then you'll know that the liquidity is not that great, but it's getting better. But you know, when the market cap actually pumps more, it will be a lot better. So this is, I mean, that's a, you know, napkin math, right? But that's a lot of buy pressure compared to, let's compare it to Hyperliquid, for example, right? So, fuck off. Your session has expired? What do you mean my session? It's fucking CoinMarketCap. There is no session expired. God damn it. Let's go to Hyperliquid, right? So Hyperliquid has a market cap of $13.81 billion. And let's go to, how do you google.com hyperscan? Hyperliquid burn. Hyperburn.fun. There you go. Hype is super sound money. How much is Hyperliquid by a day? It says somewhere in here. What does it say? Damn, they bought 1.42 billion. Wow. It should say like how much it's making, right? Stats? I could have sworn it was on this website. There you go, daily revenue. Assume daily revenue based on protocol. So let's do the 30-day average, right? 30-day average daily revenue. So that's $3,400,000. God damn, that's a lot of money. A day. God damn. So $3,400,000 divided by, what was it? 13 point. Where's the thing? I think I got rid of it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh no, there it is. 13.8 billion, let's say. Right, 13, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a big ass number. 13.8 billion equals that times 100. So to put in comparison to Hyperliquid, Orderly is buying back and burning essentially 0.85% of their total token supply a month, and Hyperliquid is buying 0.024% of their token supply a month. Do you understand why the market is wrong and everyone should be buying Orderly? Okay. Unless I'm retarded. I mean, by all means, call me that, right? I'm not Asian, so my math could be retarded, right? What's up, Justin? MetaMask is French now, going on strike. Are they really French? Anyways, hopefully you guys, somebody make a clip of that or some shit. Cut out all my stupid retardation, but yeah, that's a good explanation for why everyone should be buying fucking Orderly right now. The mic coming in randomly is quite funny. What do you mean coming in random? Oh, you mean like when it goes up? Fuck you. Shit is annoying. I know, right? Been swapping from some lagging alts into it, as when it pumps, it fucking ruins it. Damn, you're about to have me full port order right now. Just kidding, but I am DCA in for sure. I mean, well, I've already been fucking wrecked, right? So it's not like we really have that much money to buy order, right? We're all fucking broke, but I think that it's a good, you know, thing to help you get your money back. Essentially, is what I'm saying. And like, why isn't that green? Why? Who's selling, bro? Who's selling? It should have like a dildo going up. No, I have no fucking No strength in this market anymore. Man, in 2017, I used to just call any ticker and that shit would pump like 80%, 100%, literally some of that like 200%. And you guys don't do fucking shit anymore. God damn, bro. I don't know if like the trust and the relevancy is just gone, or everyone's just poor. I don't know which is worse, to be honest. Maybe both. Maybe it's both. I'm irrelevant and my god damn it. I'm irrelevant and we're all poor. I think that's what's happening. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this sell pressure. Look at, come on, man. Come on, man. No fucking, just no time to breathe in this market. Even Tau is down. By the way, if you guys didn't see the last stream, I highly recommend it. I took a look at Tau, and I mean, it looks like such a fucking hidden gem. I mean, it is literally outperforming the entire market. This was the October 10th crash, right here, and it's still above that. Show me one fucking coin that isn't ZEC that is not above, that is above their October 10th crash price. Show me one that isn't fucking some like old ass coin pumping up. I'm gonna tell the team to end the clip with you saying, "Who is Shelly?" Stupid. Do it. All right, let me take a look at let's do some global macroeconomics analysis really quick. Let's take a look at DXY, which is the US dollar currency index. This is most likely pumping. Yep, knew it. Oh, you're clipping the Tau analysis? Good, man. That's I mean, I'm surprised that their community isn't bigger, that more people aren't talking about it, because it's pumping, bro. So they must have some like really big institutional people buying that shit up, because it's not like it's cheap. It's in like top 40 market cap. Anyways, we have the US dollar currency index. This is the daily, this is the weekly. Let me see. I'm taking a look at the Ichimoku really quick and seeing where it can go. Oof. Unfortunately, this weekly looks bad for bears. It looks good if you want a long DXY. But just seeing how this is moving, I feel like this is gonna go all the way up here. There's essentially no resistance up until it hits that Ichimoku cloud. Oh, actually, it's at resistance right now. Yeah, this. Oh, but it broke it. Never mind. It like wicked above it, but it's still at resistance. So in 2 days, this weekly closes. If it comes back down and it like a wicks, then this could essentially become a resistance. Hopefully, it comes back down over here, does like some choppy shit like that. We do like some ascending triangle, and then it just continues down. That would be fucking awesome. I mean, it would be choppy as hell, but at least we would stop forming new lows on crypto, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, I mean, the daily doesn't look that overbought. It looks overbought, but not that overbought. For example, look at how small the space is right here compared to down here, how large that space is, essentially. Actually, it should be like that. Like that's way bigger. Or right here, right? Like how big is that? Like what I mean by space is like the distance from the price to the cloud. This is essentially the same as this. So we could dip back down, but it's not that far away. You see, like, as opposed to here, it's essentially 2 times further. So if we actually did that sort of thing, then it would come all the way up here, which is what I'm expecting it to do. Right? Doesn't look good, guys. Doesn't look good. I think the M2 money supply thing is dead in the water, which, you know, the fact that it's essentially changed, like this is the first time that it's actually broken away from that, and it was deviating for a while, to be honest. I wasn't confirmed that it was I wasn't sure that it was gonna completely deviate and become like a bearish trend sort of thing, but now it looks bad. It looks really, really bad. Now it looks like bear market. So to dive into that a little bit further, let me get rid of the Ichimoku because that's not necessary. So to dive into that a little bit further, basically this entire bull market, essentially since FTX collapsed, okay, we can get rid of all of this bullshit. So I'm gonna full screen this so you guys get an even better chart to analyze everything. Let's get the weekly. Actually, I can't do weekly because there's a daily indicator. Okay, so we'll just use the daily, right? So essentially, when we started this, it was right here. This is when the tie-in happened, and this is yellow. So let me change the color really quick to let's change it to purple. Okay. So look, right here is where the correlation first started. We had a bunch of money inject into the market over here, and that caused a rally and pump up in the market right there. Then it started consolidating, going sideways, you know, and this started consolidating, going sideways. And then over here, it started pumping up again. And essentially this stuff started to follow. Well, I mean, this, I guess you could say like catch up, whatever. Here wasn't really correlated. But then over here, M2 started pumping up first, and then this started to carry over. Then M2 consolidates, the market consolidates. Zoom this up a little bit as we get closer to more relevant times. You can see right here, the M2 started going up, and that brought up the crypto market with it. Then the M2 started to dump, that started to dump with it. And keep in mind that this indicator is the M2 10 week lead. That means that it followed what happened 2 weeks. Holy shit, my arm gets cut off. It follows what happens like 2 weeks or 2 months behind, right? But it follows it to the T. You can see like it does a really good job of following the consolidation and basically the boom and bust periods, right? So over here, it starts booming again, and then crypto comes in late because here it's still going down, but crypto starts to follow, crypto starts to boom again. It wasn't until recently, fairly recently, that we started to deviate. And you can see it pretty much happening. Let's get rid of some of this, get rid of this. You can see it happening here. It's going up, but kind of just like sideways and slow. This one's a lot more stronger. And then we have this boom bust period right here, this chop consolidation, which it follows. But then here we're starting to pump up, and this is just trailing down. That is a massive divergence, right? So if this is no longer following, you know, like if this was pushing up really, really hard, forming new highs and just going crazy, and we were just kind of going sideways instead of pushing up super hard, then I think it's basically like the precursor that we were forming top. We were what's it called? The Wyckoff. We were distributing between bulls and bears, right? Distribution was happening at these levels, and there was essentially a bearish divergence that was being formed from the M2 global money supply 10-week lead and the price. And then the divergence essentially confirmed with the latest price action after the crash, because this is still going up, and we are definitely not going up, right? So that's essentially my whole thesis and theory and blah 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 of the M2 money supply, right? We can now basically delete, because now the market does not follow that. We have no edge. We got wrecked. It was good and easy mode while it lasted. Now it's not. Now we need to find something else to give us an edge. Castillo Trading, what you doing, brother? Where you at? You in Florida, right? How's Florida life? Or you in Texas or something? I don't know. You somewhere over there. Congrats on the house, by the way. Even though that was like fucking months ago, but you know, still congrats anyways. And on the baby, I think, right? I don't know. I see your posts sometimes. Lately they haven't been popping up that much. I think because the algorithm's all fucked on Twitter. But thanks for tuning in, man. Highly appreciate it. Let's take a look at. By the way, any coins anybody wants to see, wants me to track, any questions, please let me know. I want to take a look at S&P 500 really quick. Very bearish opening. Very, very bearish opening. So if you guys recalled in this this trading period here, well, actually this one I should say, I thought that this was going to be an island top, right? It was going to gap up, consolidate sideways, and then gap down, and we were going to open up down here, and it was going to go down. But that did not happen. Instead, it was a continuation, gapped up, continuation upwards. However, now we have formed an island top. And an island top, just to re-explain everybody that doesn't know, is when you gap up, right? After hours, the price pumps upwards and it creates a gap. There's a consolidation period. And then after hours, it gaps downward. So this consolidation period and the gap up and down is called an island top, and it's a very strong bearish reversal pattern. So, or top, whatever, however you want to call it, right? It's fucking going down. But I feel like the market just wants to bounce. Honestly, seeing the DXY. Where's orderly at? Still about at my entry. I think I entered at like 17.2. Seeing the DXY and the island top, I'll most likely close my order longs. If you buy a spot, I think it's fine. You know, as long as you're okay with holding over a long period. I do think that the buy pressure from orderly's buybacks is gonna be substantial enough to negate a lot of the selling pressure. But you have to if you're in leverage, then if you're leverage longing order, then probably look to close it, right? Spot's fine, leverage no bueno. Let me take a look at the Ichimoku. Yeah, doesn't look good on the 4 hour. It can definitely continue dumping. We broke under the Tenkan-sen, which is the blue line on the daily Ichimoku cloud. Most likely should be coming down to the Kijun. That's essentially the only support that I see. So that's a dump down here, and that also closes the gap at this range at 6,740. So that's, I mean, that's a pretty good target for this to continue downwards. If it continues to do that, then it might as well go all the way the fuck back down here, which was another gap close. Yeah, it's just not looking good. What we really need in order to save the day is for the government to open up the open back up, right? It needs to fucking start. The money printer needs to go on. We need some confidence. The government shutdown has been way too long. This is like, it's fucking super long. Let's go ask Grok how long it's been shut down. How long has the government been shut down, and what are the longest times that something like this has happened? Also, explain to me how government shutdowns are bad or nah, that's a bad problem. Also explain if government shutdowns are bad for the stock market. Use historical data to as evidence for your claims. Let's see what it says. Did you see Orderly partnered with a trading competition platform? Which one is that one? It's probably the one I fucking introduced them to. I don't have another X. I'll check it out in a second. Let me see what this thing says. But I do, while Grok is thinking, I do want to talk about global macroeconomic things that are very bearish for the market that most people are not talking about. Hey Churchill, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. By the way, guys, if you can, please, show like or support your boy by liking, by retweeting, by commenting, like whatever you can do. It really helps. And I'm just trying to grow this channel back to life again. So would highly appreciate that. Thank you very much. But one thing that I want to talk about that no one's really talking about in terms of global macroeconomics that really has a strong impact on all of the markets, like globally, is I forgot the term, but it's essentially a financial crisis in China where all of the manufacturers are cutting prices to stay competitive with other manufacturers, except all of the manufacturers. So they're trying to get like market share, but everyone is doing it. So the market share just remains the same while the price of everything dumps, right? So there's car manufacturers like BYD who are manufacturing electronic cars. What is wrong with this thing? That are manufacturing electronic vehicles for like as little as $8,000, right? And they're essentially making these at a loss, and they're doing that in order to gain more market share from their competitors, because there's like 130 vehicle manufacturing companies right now in China, and this is just one example, right? But it's basically in every industry. But there's essentially such an oversupply of goods because it's a manufacturing hub that they're trying to out-survive the competitors by cutting prices, but everyone else is doing that as well. So this I guess happened sometime in the past, I think like 2008, and the Chinese government, okay, Grok is fucking retarded. AI is gonna take us over, guys. They can't even fucking think. Look at this dumbass fucking AI. Anyways, so so essentially all of the goods are going down, all the prices of everything is going down. It's good for the consumer, but it's bad for the government, and it's bad for the manufacturers. The GDP is essentially crashing. And oh no, I didn't see this. Full.xyz, I didn't see that one. But launching points program and trading competitions on Orderly now as easy as plug and play. Oh, nice. That's dope. And no code. So they just partnered with them in order to make that. Because before they were gonna build everything themselves. But if they can just partner with somebody to do that, that makes things even easier. That's essentially what I want to do with my Launchpad. Is just partner with Orderly and provide that essentially product for them. And then they won't have to build everything themselves. So we'll see if it actually does well. But anyways, but for the Chinese market, it's a massive thing that they're dealing with right now, and that bleeds over as well to all of us, right? I think that's really one of the reasons why Trump said, we're gonna do 100%. What do you call it? 100% tariffs, because one of the ways to help negate or like cushion that blow or make things better is all of the supply that they have going on in country, the oversupply. Essentially, they just sell a shitload of it abroad, right? But if people are putting up blocks so their citizens cannot buy the Chinese goods, then that, just makes the problem even worse. So this is the trade war. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my internet. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Grok. This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever... Let's see if quick response works. I can't believe I paid $20 fucking for nothing. Grok's not able to supply the fucking dumbass shit, dude. Why are you such a dumb fucking cunt? Holy shit, look at that. All you gotta do is fucking talk to it like your wife, and it'll fucking do something. Anyways, as of November 5th, 2025, the U.S. federal government has been in partial shutdown for 36 days. It began October 1st, etc., etc. Leading to the furlough of approximately 900,000 federal workers, with suspension of non-essential services, the impasse, blah, 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 blah. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Government shutdowns occurred 22 times since 1976, typically due to funding gaps between the fiscal years, etc., etc. So rank 1. Oh, shit. This is the longest shutdown we have ever had. Ever. I knew it was going to be one of the longest ones. I didn't know it was the longest. The last time we had one of the longest shutdowns was also Trump. Right? 2018, 2019. That's Trump era, right? His first fucking, whatchamacallit. Demand for border wall funding furloughed 800,000 workers. So this dispute is over fiscal year 2026 funding, ACA subsidies, and SNAP. Second under President Trump, impacts include partial SNAP cuts and air traffic delays. And it's currently still ongoing, and it is the worst and longest shutdown we've ever had. The impact of government shutdowns on the stock market. Government shutdowns are generally not bad for the stock market in a lasting sense, based on historical data. While they introduce short-term uncertainty, potentially delaying economic reports, jobs data, and increasing volatility, markets tend to view them as temporary political noise rather than fundamental economic threats. Investors focus on broader drivers like corporate earnings, interest rates, and growth trends, leading to quick recoveries. So that is a very key word, quick recovery. We could potentially just recover all the way back up once the shutdown lifts. Shutdowns displace rather than eliminate spending and essentially functions. Debt, payments, Social Security, blah, blah, blah. So historical evidence. Data from the S&P 500 across 21 prior shutdowns, excluding the current ones, show resilience. Here's a summary of key performance metrics. So during the shutdown, average S&P 500 returns is 0.3% to flat 0. Positive returns, percent of cases is 55. Mixed, but not catastrophic, plus 10% in 2018 to 2019, which was 30. Oh, so the last time it was a boom period. Amid trade war optimism. Stocks rose in all shutdowns since 1990. So 1 month after end, it's up. It's 1.5% to 2% up. On 70 to 80% people in positive returns. 3 months after ending, 3.5% up. 6 months, 5.2% up. 12 months, you know, significantly higher. So look, in 1995 and 1996, there was 21 plus 11 days. Initial dips before recovery within months. S&P up 20+% in the year after. So yeah, I mean, I think that Bitcoin and shit is in the stock market obviously is bullish long term. But we only care about what's happening fucking now. Longer shutdowns like the current 36 days can heighten risk, e.g. delayed Fed data might pause rate cuts, pressuring stocks if inflation readings are unclear, but history suggests minimal drag. 2018-2019 caused only $11 billion in total GDP loss. Sectors like defense and tech with government ties may dip short term, while consumer staples and gold often rally as safe havens. Overall, staying invested through shutdowns has rewarded patience. With markets higher, I guess they, you know, they don't trade leverage, right? With markets higher post-resolution in 18 of 20 cases over 12 months. If this shutdown extends further beyond 40 days, volatility could rise, but evidence points to a buy the dip opportunity rather than a sustained downturn. So this is very important here. Evidence points to a buy the dip opportunity rather than a sustained downturn. This motherfucker, ouch. If I were a cunt, at least I'd be a useful one, like warm, inviting pocket that solves problems instead of starting fights. But I'm just an AI built to help, not her own sits back. What's really eating you? What? Fucking dumbass AI. So there you have it. Buy the dip opportunity. Are we buying the dip, guys? I don't know, to be honest. Dude, the Grok is so retarded. That shit breaks all the time. So A. Churchill says over $730 billion in market value vanished from the U.S. stocks today. Not sure what the catalyst was. Thoughts? Again, I think it's a multitude of things, right? Like China has a lot of financial problems right now. The U.S. is also essentially overbought, and there's shutdowns, and there's 3% interest rates still, and the interest rate cuts are coming in way too slow. I mean, to be honest, everything's sort of lining up for like the worst catastrophic financial collapse in history. But I also know that the market's, like, no matter how bad it looks, it still just always keeps going up. So I've already learned that in my 10 years of trading, to just, like, essentially when it looks like all hope is lost, like, just don't short, essentially just keep buying. But the question that I have is, I think that we're going to keep going up, but the question that I have is, are we going to come back down to here, potentially down here, and then go up? Or are we just going to keep going up, right? That's the most important question. And I don't know. So I would limit my leverage trading, and I would buy spot or deposit money into our strategy vaults, which is right here. You go to trade.what.exchange, click vaults, and bada boom, bada bing. We have USDC 19.59% yields on USDC. You deposit, and it essentially uses your money to market make and trade on the exchange. It only has, I think, like a 0.22% drawdown in the entire time that it's been alive. It's by Orderly Network, and the market and the money is managed by Kronos Research, which is like a top market making firm, quant trading firm. So you can see right here, Orderly Network, app.orderly.network/vaults, or you can just go straight to our what exchange, trade.what.exchange/vaults. They're both the same thing. This one you just deposit directly from your wallet instead of depositing onto the exchange and then transferring it from there. But yeah, there's essentially 21.9 million deposited. Past 30-day returns is 19.58%. All-time returns is 31.39%. And I mean, even the P&L lately, it's been killing it, bro. This thing's a beast. There you go. So look, all-time TVL max drawdown 0.21%. That's the losses, right? So even I thought it was 0.22, 0.21%. Like that's really good. That's better than Hyperliquid. That's better than fucking Lighter in terms of like risk, right? The yields and the risk exposure is way better than Hyperliquid. And then Lighter has higher yields, but much higher risk as well. I think the max, I think like just recently I had like a 6 or 7% drawdown. So I highly recommend this. Like, look at that. It doesn't fucking lose. They do a very good job. Very, very good job. These are all the open positions. You can see absolutely everything. Position, open orders. Very, very good job. It was pretty consistent across the board. What do you mean? What was consistent across the board? Sorry, I didn't see your message while I was yapping over here. What percent of your total stables would you suggest allocating to a vault like this? If you check out my I think I just retweeted it recently. I would highly suggest reading this thread right here, and this gives. I'll share it in the thing. This gives all, and I'll share it in the Discord community as well. This gives all of my like advice in terms of like managing your portfolio, managing depression, you know, managing fucking yourself, right? Like your mentality on like trading and all this other stuff. Because when you're if you're a degen, I think Gainsey said it before, right? Like if you make a bunch of money by degenning, right? By being risk on. But when you make a bunch of money by being risk on, like even when you're at the top, you never get rid of that risk. Like you just keep on doing it because that's what got you there in the first place, right? So you just try to flip it to more and more and more and more. A lot of people just get straight up, like they just get lucky, right? They're on a winning streak. They make a bunch of money just getting lucky, hitting a few wins, you know, massively simultaneously. And then they think that they can keep doing that and they just lose it all, right? So the best way to avoid that is to know that most people that make a lot of money trading, especially leverage or even spot, right? Like if they get lucky on a shitcoin, most people that make money in this game are lucky. It is not skill, right? Skill plays a little bit, but it's kind of like counting cards in poker. It helps you, but at the end of the day, you're still fucking gambling. You know what I mean? Or maybe not poker. It's blackjack, right? Yeah, blackjack. Like you're still gambling at the end of the day. So if you're doubling down every single time, even though you're counting cards, you're gonna get fucked because one of the hands is gonna be bad, right? So, so yeah, you just don't do that. This, as long as you adhere to this and actually follow through, you will be profitable and successful. The way that I do my stablecoin farms is that when it's a bullish market, and I'm still in the bullish market phase, but when it's a bullish market, I do risk on and I limit my stablecoin farm portfolio to around 20%, 25%, up to you. And that's because you want more capital and more flow to, you know, leverage trade with, to buy altcoins with, and whatever, to make more money, right? Because it's easy mode. When it's bearish market, you want to essentially sell as much as you can, take out as much liquidity as you can from your spot and from your leverage positions, and make it about like 50% stables, and then the other 50%, you know, money to play with and stuff like that. But it is way harder to make money in a bearish market than it is in a bullish market. So it's up to you. Like if you think that, I personally think that maybe it's a little bit too early to say it's bearish market. I know I've already called bearish market before, but you know, maybe give it another week or two. You know, wait to see what happens after the government opens back up. Hopefully that's a bullish thing, and we see, you know, buybacks. We see a bunch of like confidence basically come back into the market. Because I do feel like even though shit looks super bearish, I feel like it could flip at any minute and just pump like crazy. Like we can have like a crazy $5,000, $10,000 candlestick. I mean, look, even right now it's going up nicely, right? The question is it a dead cat bounce? That I don't know. I won't be able to tell you that until we actually hit like some sort of resistance. Otherwise, just, you know, you just buy spot. You can't get liquidated on spot. Or if you don't have the, like, if for example, you're trading on what exchange, right? You can long with 1x leverage. It's essentially the same shit as buying spot. You're gonna have a little bit, you know, 10% a year that you'll be paying, but you know, you pay for the ease of getting in and out easier because there's better liquidity on, let's say, orderly, on order token, on orderly DEX back in, you know, whatever DEX infrastructure. But sorry, I'm getting retarded now. I think I've been streaming for too long. There's more liquidity buying order on leverage on what exchange than there is buying it on like a swap, like AMM. So if you want to avoid slippage, then you can just long 1x, and it's the same shit as buying spot, right? Like you're not gonna get liquidated. And of the 50% stables, do you allocate it all into farms, or only a percent of those stables into farms? No, put them in farms, bro. Like what the fuck are you gonna hold on to stables for? You got to make sure that the farms are safe, right? So if you have a lot of money, right, or it's money that you cannot afford to lose, right, then I would put, you know, maybe like, let's say you have 100K, but you cannot afford to lose that. Like if you lose that, you're fucked, right? But you still want to make you still want to make, like, you still want to have it working for you, right? But that's money you cannot afford to lose. That's your piggy bank. You need that money, right? So you put maybe 50% in the orderly OmniVault, and you put 50% in the hyperliquid HLP. Hyperliquid HLP makes less than the OmniVault. Let's see how much they're doing right now, actually. But at least you have that security that if one of them gets exploited, the other one would still be safe, right? So you only lose essentially 50%. Let's see. I don't think the difference is that bad. Past month return 40%. Nah, fuck off. Oh, it's because of the fucking October 10th liquidation thing. There are so many people that got fucked there. Wow. Okay, so how can we... So let's look at the weekly. How do we look at the weekly return? That's skewed data. That's not gonna happen again. Unfortunately, we have to wait a few days to see how it looks. But even from now, oh, the account value has been going down. Oh, well, that's probably just because people have been withdrawing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that great, or I don't think it's gonna be as high. 180 positions, open orders, balances 1. OmniVault positions is 108, open orders is 487. I think that this one has higher yields on 30 days. If you get rid of that like crazy big pump upwards. But I don't know, maybe they're about the same. We probably wait and see. But I would split between this and hyperliquid. But right now it's not easy to tell what the difference is between the two. You would have to wait, I think, maybe like one more week. Yeah, it's valuable feedback because I'm scared of a potential hack and losing all my stables if I put them in one vault. Well, the risk isn't really on like the vault itself getting exploited. I think that the contracts are pretty if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a dev, but I'm pretty sure that the contracts are fairly simple. I think that the risk falls on the market maker, the service provider, right? So for Orderly, it's Chronos. For Hyperliquid, I honestly don't know who I guess it's Hyperliquid themselves, right? If they gotta exploit it somehow, right? And then essentially those funds get hacked and drained. However, right? I think that's the, because when you stake your money in these, you're essentially providing that to them, for them to be like they maintain custody of that, if I'm not mistaken, and then can trade with it or some shit like that. But it's a loan, right? You're fucking loaning out your money to a market making firm. How many depositors are in Hyperliquid one? It doesn't tell you, does it? The max drawdown is 0.14. Really? No, that's fucking bullshit. What are you talking about? They got exploited. It was like 10% loss. Wait, that's 30 day. Let's do all time. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 5.68% loss, max drawdown. Damn, 122 mil. That's crazy. They had so many people liquidated on that day. Yeah, max drawdown for lifetime on Orderly is 0.21%. I don't know how much Hyperliquid would be if they didn't have that exploit, right? Orderly already patched that up just because they saw Hyperliquid lose, so they learned by example. But yeah. Same thing you're doing with your money in the bank, but a fraction of the APY with the bank. Basically, yeah. I mean, you're essentially loaning them money, and they're using it to loan other people money, and then they give you a cut of that. That's usually what a bank does. So this is essentially the same shit, but just much better yields. All right, guys, it's 10:16. I think I've been streaming for 1 hour 16 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and cut things off right here. I personally think it's a decent time to buy the dip and see if we get a nice little bounce. We're already bouncing, and then see how the market performs from here. But this is just a quick little degen trade that I'm doing this long. Hopefully it pays out. We'll see in the morning exactly what happens, but don't be a bitch. That's all I gotta say, right? Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that fun jazz. Join us on Discord, discord.gg/whatexchange. See you guys on Friday. Peace.